Let me ask you something. Why is it that some of the brightest students in school, the ones who always had the best grades, the neatest handwriting, the sharpest uniforms, often end up working for the ones who barely passed? Why is it that the so-called genius of the classroom struggles in real life, while the kid everyone dismissed becomes the boss? Here's my controversial take. The school system was never designed to make you extraordinary. In fact, it was designed to keep you ordinary. I know, that sounds like a conspiracy theory, but by the end of this video, you'll see exactly how the curriculum was built to make you compete for smallness, not strive for greatness. And more importantly, you'll learn how to break out of it. Think back to your school days. Remember how everything was a competition. Who had the highest test score? Who memorized the poem word for word? Who obeyed the rules best? They told us this was the path to success. But really, what were we competing for? A number on a report card, a shiny badge on the uniform, a round of applause at assembly. But life doesn't reward you for memorizing facts. Life rewards you for solving problems. And here's the twist. When the system puts you in competition with your classmates, you stop asking bigger questions, like, why am I even learning this? What problem can I solve with this knowledge? What if the rules themselves are broken? Instead, you just ask, how do I beat the next student? That's how the curriculum keeps you small. It tricks you into thinking winning the classroom is the same as winning in life. But the two are completely different games. This didn't happen by mistake. The modern education system was designed in the late 1800s and early 1900s, not for creativity, not for innovation, but for factories. Factories needed workers who showed up on time, obeyed authority, did repetitive tasks without question. And guess what? That's exactly what school trains you for. Sit down, stay quiet, memorize, don't question, pass the test. Sound familiar? Now, think about it. If the system trains you for obedience, then naturally, the students who succeed in school are the ones who obey best. But in the real world, those same habits don't create leaders, they create followers. And here's the real conspiracy. The curriculum was built to create workers, not creators. That's why Peter Thiel says in 0 to 1, competition is for losers. Because when you're competing, you're just playing in a game someone else designed. Now let's talk about the so-called best students. Schools love to label and separate. If you can cram well, you get put in the special class. If you can't, you get left behind. But here's the irony. The best students become experts at one thing: pleasing authority. They know how to give teachers what they want. They know how to memorize formulas. They know how to sit quietly and follow instructions. But what they don't learn is how to take risks, how to question, how to create. That's why years later, the so-called average student, the one who broke rules, questioned everything, or refused to just memorize, ends up starting a business or changing the world. Meanwhile, the best student is waiting for someone else to promote them. Let me pause and ask you, which one are you? The rule follower waiting for permission, or the rule breaker creating a new game? This is the real shift. Life doesn't work like school. In school, the teacher already knows the answer. You just have to repeat it. If you're wrong, you're punished. In life, nobody knows the answer. You have to invent it. If you're wrong, you learn and pivot. See the difference? School punishes mistakes. Life rewards the lessons from mistakes. That's why so many graduates are paralyzed. They're afraid to fail because school trained them that failure is shameful. But every innovator, every billionaire, every creator knows this. Failure isn't the end, it's the tuition fee for greatness. Steve Jobs was fired from Apple, the company he founded, before coming back to build the iPhone. Elon Musk was laughed at for wanting to build rockets. Peter Thiel himself left a promising law career because he realized he was trapped in endless competition. The winners in life are not the ones who compete better. The winners are the ones who create something no one else thought was possible. That's 0 to 1 thinking. So how do you break out of the curriculum conspiracy? Here are 4 shifts you must make. 1. Stop competing, start creating. Don't just try to be the best in your company. Ask how you can build a company of your own. 2. Value curiosity over conformity. Ask, why are things done this way? What if they could be done differently? 3. Measure your progress differently. Instead of chasing grades or titles, measure yourself by the problems you've solved and the lives you've impacted. And 4. Design your own curriculum. The internet has already destroyed the monopoly of school. You can learn coding, design, storytelling, investing, all online at your pace. The conspiracy only works if you keep believing the system is the only path. Once you step outside, you realize the real game was always bigger than the classroom. So here's the big takeaway. The curriculum wasn't built to make you great. It was built to make you small. But greatness isn't handed out in classrooms. Greatness is built by those who dare to step outside the system. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think the school system can still be reformed, or is it time to build something completely new? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to keep exploring how to think beyond the classroom, subscribe and stay tuned for my next video where I'll share practical ways to unlearn the school mindset and retrain your brain for innovation. Remember, don't just fight to be top of the class. Fight to create the class.